Hey everybody, it's Rick OShay playing Marvel Puzzle Quest. Thanks for jumping on again. There's a new character and it's introducing Electro. She's in the game and taking on the helm as Electro. This should be really a lot of fun. To jump in the introducing event, we'll play all 5 battles here and see if we can figure out this new character, strategies, and maybe some teams along the way. Let's get right into the first one. Here we go. Taking on Free Radicals, and looks like we're going up against some other Sinister Six members. Quick look at Electro's abilities: green, black, and yellow, and it has a really unique passive built into the yellow. We'll see that in the game here in a little bit, but interesting to see the build that the game set for us is at 544. I really like the green ability. It basically produces countdowns on red tiles in 3 different columns, all numbered 1 through 3. So they'll go off basically 3 turns in a row if you can keep the countdowns alive. Love of Villainy is just big time target damage and extra damage if you can get to the point where you have very few team up tiles on the board. And then Free of Charge, this ability is just really cool. It's a passive that reduces incoming AoE damage. Incoming team damage is reduced by a certain amount, and it's got an active component just for a cost of 5 that places a strike tile on a random color in the bottom row of the game board. So let's jump in. I think we can figure out how to play Electro quickly here and take advantage of the new 5-star with some cool abilities. Alright, so who do we want to target first? Probably Vulture, just because Vulture's so dangerous when getting airborne. He needs black to go airborne. There's a couple of different ways you could start this match. 2 different match for us, green and blue. Blue doesn't do much for us. Blue does build a couple of their abilities, but look at this green tile right here. If you move that green tile down, will set off kind of a chain reaction above that matches yellow, team up, green, and red. I think we're going to go for that. That'll get us ahead on green right away, and we'll let them take that match 4 in blue. Okay, the red dropped too far down, but we got lucky on the left side of the board anyway. And it kind of changed things a little bit because they took a match 4 of black. That is dangerous because just at they got a 1 on a line break, so total of 5. If they get 6 black, Vulture is going to go airborne and then build up a ton of AP for the enemy team. Let's see what we can do here. We can already play Free of Charge. Check out this animation. It's really pretty awesome. Alright, strike tile at the bottom there. Whenever we play an ability, Scorpion will place a strike tile and then also gain a purple. Let's go ahead with green ability. Probably the best animation she's got. It's just great. So there we go. 1 through 3, and they destroy all the tiles in the column above them. So you get damage for all the tiles that are destroyed. Chance to get some decent additional damage. You don't get the AP, but there could be some enemy special tiles above them that basically just get taken out. We'll get this match 4 here, and would you believe it, they got another match 4. They got that 6th black that they needed for Vulture to go airborne, but our bolts and jolts was enough damage to take him out. Let's go to Scorpion. I think he's most dangerous next anyway. And let's see. In fact, since he's more dangerous, let's save up for our black ability. We'll play yellow again. We'll save up our black just to take Scorpion out if we can. So look at this board. Wow, that did really good damage. I don't know that we're going to get this board to have fewer than 6 or 7 or whatever team-up tiles on the board to qualify that extra damage from Love of Villainy. That might be a little too hard to go for. You see, it's nice that it gives you a count of how many team-up tiles are on the board. So let's just go ahead and play it here. It's an inexpensive relatively. 5,800 damage, pretty good. So what I want to do is just build up green and black again. Wow, those strike tiles are apparently pretty strong. And another countdown goes off, and we get the victory. Okay. That seemed to go pretty well. I think that means if we can keep those countdowns protected, that's the ability to focus on for the most part. Now, teaming up with an ally that helps us reduce the number of team-up tiles on the board. Somebody like Onslaught, for example, will, if you get a match 4, he destroys all the team-ups on the board. And then that would make Electro's black hit really hard. Now, in this case, we've got Lizard and Doc Ock on our team against a Spider-Man Spider-Verse crew. Take our AP boosts off. So once again, we will try to focus on Electro's, and we'll save Electro for last. We've got the Spider-Verse team on our side anyway. I think let's go for Doc Ock first. With this crew, I think Spider-Man 2099 is just so good, and then this is basically the 1-star version of Spidey. His purple is awesome depending on how the crits are placed on the board and who you have to deal match damage on your team. Any of the colors that we match for 2099 is he's going to deal damage and place web tiles on the board, and when there are a certain number of webs on the board at the start of the turn, Silk will then destroy some and give a health burst to someone on our team and deal damage for destroying them. Pretty cool combo set here. Excellent cascade. Yeah, I think we're going to run through this quite well with this team. We've got purple to play. Let's get this green. All right, where do we want to go here? Yeah, let's go ahead and play purple. I think this will be just about enough to take Doc Ock out, depending on where the critical tiles go. I was hoping they would automatically destroy an area of the board, but let's look here. Let's get this blue match. And we got him out. Okay. Oh, Electro's got 5 black. And we have to worry about Lizard because he can defend himself from damage basically by the passive side of his tail whip ability, his black ability. Normally it's an active ability for a stun, but if he's going to take a lot of damage in one shot, then he'll place that countdown and gain some health back. Going to see if we can match it. It looks like we can. Which way do we want to do it? Probably this way, just in case blue drops. Good. Alright, he won't be able to heal then. Electro's got that strike tile at the bottom, dealing additional damage. I think we're okay. We've got a lot of abilities to play. Here's what we're going to do. So let's do this. We're going to Spider Bite to Electro. I think we'll pick... I always think that countdown resolves off the board. I think it just leaves the board and doesn't drop that tile down. If it does drop the tile down, we'll get a free match in black right there. And so here's what I like to do is play Uprising. converts web tiles to very strong countdowns. Back to Lizard here. And yep, he's healing while that countdown's on the board, but check this out. Uprising is just too strong. Wow. And a complete takedown of Electro. While that stun countdown's on the board, she actually takes additional damage. That Uprising is just a crazy, great ability. And 29.9's quite good when on any Spider-Verse team, but really well with Silk. Alright, Assault and Battery taking on Prowler with Electro this time. Not sure what they are feuding about. What do we want to do here? Well, there's an extra move in Team Up, so we'll definitely take that. And that's actually pretty interesting because immediately after that match, the board is going to be pretty short on Team Up tiles. And maybe we'll get to the point where we'll get the extra damage from Electro's black ability. We'll take a black match next. So here we go. Alright. See, look at that. There's only 5 Team Up on the entire board. But you have to expect that more will drop in. Sure did. That's going to be really hard to keep that total down up to 7 again to qualify for that additional damage. I mean, it's a lot of additional damage. So great if you can get it. Alright. Guess purple doesn't help much. We'll go for yellow. I really like Prowler's blue ability. It's a stun, it's target damage, but it's also potential for team damage. It's kind of expensive, but it does a lot of good things. Free of charge here. Probably want to play that when there isn't an easy available match already at the bottom row, and so I was worried about that at first, but no big deal. Do we go for blue just to keep it away from him? Not yet. Let's take the green we're going to need. Not much else in green on the board, so we'll just take a bunch of blue there. And black. Alright, he's up to 8 blue. Just like we thought that might be dangerous. Maybe he'll take that black match. Yep, I was hoping he would leave it for us. Okay. Yellow-blue combo. He also has a black ability that it's usually hard to play because it's kind of expensive, but then he'll be able to create some strike tiles and then go invisible. Try to keep him away from a couple more black. Is there a way to drop green in place? Doesn't look like it. I'll go for more yellow. And green drops blue. Perfect. Okay. We are up to 3 strike tiles, and it's nice of Prowler to fortify those for us. Which means if he takes this blue match, he'll not only qualify his blue ability, but then he will steal and improve the strength of that blue strike tile at the bottom. So I think we'd really need to go for that match there. And I think we're going to get our green here. Which way do we want to do it? Probably... I don't see a great way to set it off. I don't want to line up any colors for him, and couldn't help it. He lined up black. Okay, well, let's play our Volt ability. Make sure there's enough red tiles on the board. Gotcha. What do we want now here? If you can drop those tiles lower by making matches below your countdowns, then you'll get more damage for the tiles that are destroyed above them. So we'll just drop this down to the second row there. Unfortunately invisible for 2 turns, so a couple of our countdowns are going to be wasted. Couldn't really help it. Lucky drop on black there. So we have our black to play for when he comes back from being invisible. Take this match 4 here. Comes back just in time for our countdown to go off and take him out. All right, I think we have Electro figured out pretty well. The interesting thing is going to be playing against teams that do AoE damage against you. And of course, 5-star Immortal Hulk is the main culprit for that. But in PvE, there's a number of enemies that do that, like team damage from the mindless ones, the big kind of rock monster guys. They do a lot of team damage from those greens, and if you can defend a lot of that damage and then also build up yellow for your team in that AP for free, that might come in handy. Other enemies also deal certain amounts of team damage. Taking on the Fantastic Four here, it looks like. I think I want to always take on Thing first, because if I do too much damage against one of his friends, the projectiles he puts out are just so strong. Let's go start for black here. Good drop. And match 4 in blue makes a lot of sense to keep it away from Mr. Fantastic. Yep. Would love to find a way to get that extra damage from black, but I really don't know that you should try to go out of your way to play the match like that. So there's a team up match here that I will take. Is it, well, maybe not. Let me think here. I should probably just get the green. It's more important. A lot of times their team up is what you want to go for, but just like right here, I just think it's best to get the blue out of the way. Is there a way to get these team ups off? Let's check it out. I guess there's a chance here. But every turn I'm matching team up, I'm not gaining my own colors or preventing the enemy from getting other colors. But here we go. There are 5 on the board. Let's do this. Let's do something that we're not supposed to do. A lot of damage to one of Thing's friends, and someone who has... Oh, he has the lowest health. This is perfect, because Thing protects his teammates with lower health than him if we do a lot of damage, but now that he's got the lowest health, let's target Mr. Fantastic, and this is the bonus damage. This is great. Love a villainy. Very nice. Full knockout. Thing wasn't able to protect him in that case. Okay, cool. Quite the feat to get down to only 5 team up on the board, though. And we're not getting a lot of green matches. Fireball, that's gonna hurt. Don't forget, Fireball also destroys red tiles from the board, and that does earn AP back for the character who plays it. Let's leave Thing right there. Got our green qualified. Check the board. There's no readily available red matches, so it's a very safe time to play the green ability, supposedly. And, yep, here's a good spot. So let's go back to Thing. drop that countdown. Got him out. That's why we switched back and forth from him. And you see this countdown right there is in danger. Very decent chance that Human Torch would take that red match. So let's take this match to kind of keep that safe. Just keep those countdowns alive on the board, and we get the win. I think we're getting Electro figured out pretty well. Here is the Wave 2. Yikes. Maybe I should have planned for this a little bit better. Alright, purple drops green. And let's see. Black drops team up. Check out the board. Very few team up on the board. Can't seem to find any readily available black matches, but we can line up a match 4 in green. The one thing that's interesting is the green ability destroys so many tiles that increases the chances that more team up will then become will be placed on the board again. I think we'll drop some yellow in place. Nope. Gonna need to hurry. Countdowns are gonna go off every couple turns now. Let's see. Black. It's a good move here. Black gets green and yellow. All three of our colors in one shot. Got him down quite a ways. Could take him out with our black, but let's play green. Got him out because of the strike tiles. Perfect. That means the first countdown should hit the first enemy here, and there it is. Invisible Woman goes invisible. Oh man. And she trapped some of our special tiles. Oh. Yep. Should have known she was going to be that tough. And that she'd be coming. Here we go. What do we want to do? Her invisibility tile. Very difficult to find a way to get it matched, but our countdowns have a chance to destroy those invisibility tiles. Okay. This one might take a while. That's unfortunate. She had so much AP built up in her colors. Didn't know she was coming, or I might have tried harder to keep them away from yellow and blue. That's a lot of invisibility tiles. We're in trouble. Need a lot more green matches. She also wants to go for green, and that is a big damage ability for her. Wow. She destroyed the locked tiles, and this is bad because I don't know that we're going to be able to get her visible again soon enough to take her out. Nope. That's unbelievable. Okay. So we're going to have to play this one again, knowing that she's coming at the end. Man, I haven't failed in the wave node forever. Definitely got me there. So be much more wary this time of blue and yellow. We'll try to get every yellow match possible. Obviously, it's good for us, for our own yellow ability, but keeps it away from Invisible Woman. Or maybe we just save up a bunch of green so that the countdowns have a better chance of destroying her invisibility tiles, because it's probably going to be next to impossible to keep the enemy away from everything. Doing pretty good in this match though. So what do we want to do with this critical tile? I think we'll match black this way. We'll match damage thing out and maybe play our black against Mr. Fantastic again. I was hoping for them to set me up with the green match. Thing's down. And they will be spending their green every turn with Human Torch's repeater tile. I think I'm in for a stun. I think I'd rather get stunned from Mr. Fantastic than have Invisible Woman play her blue and trap my countdowns. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see if I get another turn. Ouch. Lots more blue. Lucky. Okay. 10 blue again. This is not going well. It went from pretty good to not very good. Oh, we took the damage that time because they had a lot of special tiles on the board when he played flexibility. Those attack tiles are probably going to wear me down faster than I'd like. Oh man, this is another tough one. So let's see. We're going to have to destroy those columns. Try to take out some attacks. Here comes a bunch more. Okay, so let's try that wave node again. I think we've got a better plan this time. We just have to keep them away from blue, and that makes it tough because blue doesn't help us a lot in the match. But let's get yellow going for strike tiles right away. Hey, you know what? This board is starting out pretty well. Let's take this yellow match that drops blue and then black. Did not even figure on that being an extra move. This feels a lot better than the last one. We'll get green, maybe black after that. Another extra move. Let's get thing over here. Check out the damage we're going to get from this extra move that drops the critical down. It's going to land right next to the other crit and hit red, but also yellow. That's going to be good damage. 4,600 damage from that multi-crit match. Cool. Okay. Running a lot better this time. We have to be very careful for Invisible Woman at the end of this. Red drops blue and then team up. Into place. Alright. Still don't have yellow ready to play. Let's get blue this way, kind of separate those two matches. Seven blue. Definitely dangerous. I wanted to get the yellow match next, but I think... yeah, this is a tough wave node just because you have to think so much about what's coming your way for trouble. I think we're going to just kind of mess up the alignment up above for the red and blue. Alright, so they have a lot of black. That means that Human Torch is going to play his ability to put a lot of attack tiles on the board. Those are going to hurt a lot over time. There's a match in the middle, so we'll let that stay there. Oh, not an extra move though. Well, look at that. And I get an extra move somehow. That's just crazy. My move was actually bad, and we really lucked out on that board. What a run on this board. Okay. I'm saving black to take out this guy in one shot, hopefully, a couple shots. Oh, good. Didn't drop any team up in, so we'll take a team up match here. Total of 6 on the board. And the extra damage, because of the few team up tiles on the board, was enough to take him out. That means we are ready for Invisible Woman this time. Way better than before. Okay. We'll go for green. Just want to keep her away from any additional yellow now. Look at that. The countdowns did a bunch of damage. All we have to do is a match in our color, and we get the win. Much, much better run than the previous one. That was actually harder than I thought it was going to be. Nice to know who's coming up in later rounds, and we can go into battle number 5. Automatic damage, Kamala with the healing, Miles with the invisibility. That's going to be tough. We've got an interesting team here. Electro, once again, leading the team with Lizard, and then this time Venom on the team. Venom has this pretty strong yellow, but I think we should stick with Electro's yellow for the strike tile. Let's take black, line up green, see if we get that for a match. I think the strategy is go for yellow as soon as you can to get strike tiles going, but really try not to let the enemy get any green if they have a green ability on their team to use against you. So we'll get each green match that is safely available to us. They're not going to do much with blue. It's a passive ability for Totally Awesome Hulk. Free of charge, okay. Quite a bit of damage there on that stun from Miles. Get more green. How does that drop into another extra move? That is just crazy lucky. Okay. So let's do... targeting Miles because I'd like to get him taken out before he goes invisible, but guess what? They have enough purple now where they're probably going to save up for Kamala's ability, but if they choose to, they definitely could play Miles, and his purple only costs 6. And there we go, hide and seek. So let's take a look at the board. The invisibility tile is right there, and there's not a red tile below it to have a chance of becoming a countdown that would basically be able to destroy that with a lightning strike pretty much. So let's wait a second on going for that invisibility tile. Maybe get some board shake from, there we go, from TA Hulk changing the tile colors quite a bit. And now let's look at the board here. Invisibility tile is at the very bottom. That is bad luck. That's rough. So nobody really get that unless we have a couple of natural matches that can get down to that purple. Or if Miles gets enough additional purple to play his surprise attack. I don't think we want that. That's going to hurt. We need to take out one of these enemies. I think we're going to need to do this. Play our complex from Lizard. Maybe that will move a couple of tiles around on the board. Look at that, match 4 though. Destroyed the invisibility tile. And very cool that they chose to do Kamala's team damage ability as opposed to saving up for the Totally Awesome Hulk screen. And I didn't even notice it. He doesn't even have his green ability in this match. So oh, that's really cool. The developers were like, okay, well, let's have a team damage ability that they build up AP for. So that means anytime they play that, Electro will block a lot of the incoming damage. And by the way, she has a built-in passive to reduce damage when there are villains on the team. Are we going to be able to reduce the number of team-up tiles on the board significantly? I don't know. We're going to lose a couple of strike tiles, but it's worth it to get a green that drops green and a team-up match. And another extra move from the top out of nowhere. Amazing. Okay. More green coming. Hot dog stand, just a hilarious ability. Animation anyway. So I'm starting to think it might not be worth it to go out of your way for all these team-up matches just to get improved damage from black. It's just too difficult to keep the number down. So let's do this. We'll play Love of Villainy just for the base damage to make sure Miles goes out. And now I think we just want to go ahead and play another embiggened bash. Lost the countdown. And another. Ouch. I suppose if you play green multiple times in a row, you got the chance that the countdown will be right on top of another one. Or that there are not enough red tiles to host all of your countdowns, so you'll run short on total countdowns that you expected. Another strike tile. Enough black on that black match to take him out. And now we just have to worry about Kamala herself. Things are looking good. The projectiles on the board, it looks like they're adding up quite a bit. But don't forget that we have the passive from Venom on our team that reduces the strike tile values automatically. And there we go. I think we figured out Electro pretty well. Cool ability set, definitely nice animations, and I think it's going to be an interesting 5-star. Had fun in the Versus event, and as level 1 in each of the abilities goes, compared to having all of the basically a champion level Electro in the introducing event. So let me know what you think of the new character, and if you're going to be making any draws to get that character rostered. We'll have a tokens video coming up in the next one. Hit like and subscribe if you want to check that out. We'll see you there.